to see you, Tilton. You know the blend we love to speak with our entertainers that have made their mark in our great city of Memphis and beyond. So on today's show, this show is actually no exception to any of the other ones that I've done. But this particular show, I must say, this next artist is truly near and dear to not only my heart, but near and dear to my husband's heart. And he is an amazing entertainer. He has been entertaining for, I would say, 30 plus years. I'm going to let him correct me on that if I'm incorrect. He has played and been a part of major bands and groups. You probably will never guess because this guy is locally based. He is right here. He lives right here in Memphis, Tennessee, you guys. And he currently has his own group called Al Paris and the Heartbreakers. So I want to welcome him to the show. This guy, formerly of Kool and the Gang, here he is, Memphis' own Al Paris and the Heartbreaker, the leader of the Heartbreaker. Hey, Al.
Hey, Tina, how are you?
I am so good, man. I am so grateful to have you on this program because I know you. See, I'm gonna tell the viewers. I know this man. He does not do Grant interviews often at all, but he has a beautiful smile, doesn't he? Beautiful, beautiful. But uh, thank you. What else can I say? But starting out by saying thank you. Can you hear me?
You were. Yes, uh-huh.
Oh, okay,
You were.
okay, okay. And of course, I'm not just saying thank you for myself. As I said in the intro, you have been a really close friend of my husband and a proud supporter of his music. And I find that very strange, Al, to be very honest, how I've yet to see many other musicians and artists such as yourself, to strongly support another one. But you do that. You do that this way. You you do that. And for that, thank you, thank you, thank you. However, let me get started on your past.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let's talk about your past. Now, the past, like I mentioned before, like I don't think even I knew prior to Sam, my husband, meeting you, that there was even ever a member of Kool and the Gang from Memphis, Tennessee. I said, huh?
Yeah.
What? Who? When? Where? Please begin by telling me that journey.
Yeah, well, there's actually a couple members of Kool and the Gang that lives in Memphis. And my journey was how I got started was through David Porter. I was a songwriter with David Porter at the time, and so I had the opportunity to uh, to be a Temptation or Kool in the Gang.
You are
So
what?
yes, so I met with Otis and everything was fine. But then when I met with JT, we was more, more compatible. We played ball a lot and all this stuff. And so he was on his last solo album with MCA at the time. And Gary Gorn and David Porter and I wrote about 7 songs for JT Taylor's last solo album when he was on MCA. And he said,
Sure.
if the record doesn't do anything, would you be interested in joining Kool and the Gang if I go back? I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing anything. So that's how it happened, just like that.
You are so kidding me. So that has to be was I correct in saying 30 plus years, or I mean 30, approximately 30 years, or has it been a little more?
20, what, between, no, between 20 and 25.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So I gave you too much. Oh,
Yeah, so
sorry.
between 20 and 25. Yeah, between 20 and 25 because, yeah, around that time.
No problem. I'm just sitting here baffled because how old were you when you had to make a decision from the Temptations versus Kool and the Gang? How old were you?
Well, this is funny because I got out of prison in 86.
You say you got who and damn what?
I got out of prison.
You are full of secrets and surprises, sir.
I
Okay, go
know,
ahead. I
right?
didn't know. Go ahead.
I know. I got out of prison in 86 and I met Gary Goin and he introduced me to David Porter.
Was
But
Gary
before
in
then,
prison too?
who?
Was Gary going in prison too?
Excuse me? No.
Was
Oh, no.
Gary? Okay,
No,
no,
he
he
was
wasn't.
not.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Gary Glenn was a songwriter with David Porter, and so I met him at Captain Bilbo's. He was playing down there one night. I was with the Barcades at the time. I did work with the Barcades at the time, and but when I got out in '86, it was a very easy situation not to get back on the streets or to try to change my life, and so that's what I did.
Okay, okay, okay. Wow, Al, I did not know that. Like the man that's sitting before me now is not the man that I
Mhm.
would have. I wouldn't think that those two men were the same.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I never talk about my past like that. For I've been out of prison now almost 39, well, actually 39, 40 years close. And it only took me one time, so you didn't have to tell me but once.
Sure,
So I
sure.
did I did 4 years and 6 months on a 10-year sentence, and the rest is just in my past. I don't even think about it. It never
Yeah,
stopped me from getting a passport. It never stopped me from being in the company of presidents or
sure.
like whatever.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
I think it's more yeah, I think it's more up to the individual. If you get yourself in a situation legally or in that system, how you want to change your life, even you change your atmosphere or your friends or whatever. And that's what I did. So I didn't want to be affiliated with that type of lifestyle no more. You know, so I
Absolutely.
ended
What
up
an amazing.
trying to
Okay,
find me
go ahead.
something to do.
Yeah, yeah. What an amazing calling
I
on your
just ended
life.
up trying to find me something to do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an amazing calling that you have on your life. And with that, since you did sing and perform and everything, since you were a part of the band Kool and the Gang, after that, and I understand too that you are also a songwriter. Did you write songs after the band? Did you? Yeah. Have you written any songs for anyone after that?
Basically, after Kool and the Gang, I never wrote anything specifically for Kool and the Gang, but while I was affiliated with them, I was in a production. One of Khalees's, that's Kool's brother. They was working on the artist Pink. She was in a group called Choice, so I co-wrote a couple of songs with him for that group at the time when they were signed to LA to
Yeah.
LaFace Records, but nothing ever happened with it. So
Wow. So you had an opportunity to see Pink. Did you see her?
oh,
I know. I mean, you say you wrote for her, but did you see her? Have you met her?
oh yeah, I was in the booth with her.
You were in the booth. Lord
Yeah,
have mercy. I
uh,
just watched that child's documentary.
yeah, she's
I've seen
amazing.
her
She's
music documentary. Yeah,
yeah, she's amazing.
would love to meet her. But okay. So but that's the past. Today we are into Al Paris and the Heartbreakers. My God, please tell me about this band. I know you guys tour. Y'all, they tour all the time. Again, I'm so grateful and honored that I was able to catch this man because he is on the move often, and so is this band. So tell me about Al Paris and the Heartbreakers.
Al Paris and the Heartbreakers was formed in 2013. I was um, doing some work with some other bands, and so I'm the type of guy where I'm real aggressive, so to speak.
Mm,
So I like to have my own. So I started my own band instead of dealing with other people. I'm from a different breed of men. I like men to act like men. I don't like the other stuff. I don't deal with that. I don't do good with that. I'm from the street, so I don't do good with that. So
right.
I keep all that away from me. So I started my own Al Paris and the Heartbreakers, and we've been moving ever since 2013.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, like how many of y'all is it? It's a lot of heartbreakers, I
It's
believe.
8.
It's eight.
Yes,
There are
yes,
eight
yes. It's
heartbreakers.
8 band members. Eight of
Yeah,
us. Yes.
yeah. Where have been where like where have you gone recently? And what was that experience like?
Well, the most exciting thing for them, because I've toured and went through
Yeah,
two
you have.
passports with Kool and the Gang, but to be able to take my band to Greece was amazing. Uh,
Whoa.
yeah, my daughter is the lead singer of the band, Kennedy, and
Yes.
that was on her bucket list. And so I got a call uh, to do this, and so things worked out, and it was a big party for FedEx. They had 700 elite members across the world, across the globe. They rented a cruise, and so we played for the whole 5 days that we was there on that cruise.
Look
It was
at
amazing.
that. I bet it was. And Greece, I sure wish you would
Yeah.
have given us some pictures. I would have loved to seen some of those pictures. How do you
Yeah,
you're
well, we have,
selling you're selling in Greece and performing? That's got to be the
yeah,
life. Like seriously.
yeah, it was, yes, it was fun.
And then you're with you had an opportunity to be with your daughter. So
Yes.
yeah, and Kennedy is doing some great things too. If we may tap into and tell a little bit about what this baby girl now, you guys, I remember Kennedy when she was probably 8, 9 years old, something like that. She's a full grown woman now, honey. She's a full grown woman with a full grown voice, with a full grown everything.
Yeah.
Almost, I believe, a full grown contract, right, Al? Something like that.
Oh yeah, she's doing her own thing now. She's based out of Nashville. She's doing her thing out of Nashville, and can't get into a lot of the details, but she's doing some wonderful things. She's a writer. She's producing now. She's trying to get into that side of it. She's creating her own imagery of her music and just creating. She's learning with being there. She's met so many people that has helped her to find herself and find her voice. And to have her, she's been on stage with me since she was 13.
Oh, I am
And to
so
have
proud
that
of her.
and to have that live experience first, and then you go into the art of trying to create records is something totally different. So that side of it she already has. So that comes very easy for her.
Yes. Oh, I am so proud of her and you. Okay, so let me talk about. I'm kind of gonna kind of go back just a little bit because you have a book. I believe the book deals a lot with your past.
Mhm.
Um, I know you're like you said before, you're kind of discreet when it comes to your past. However, you obviously felt an unction somewhere to say, "I'm gonna write. I'm gonna pin what I have been through." And
Mhm.
perhaps this will be helpful to somebody. And
Mhm.
maybe I'm putting words in your mouth, but if you will share with us the title of the book, why you wrote it, and what was the concept behind it.
Mhm. The title of the book is called Life Wasn't Always Cool, Cool spelled with a K. And I wanted to spell cool with a K because of Kool and the Gang was a turning point for my whole life.
Okay.
And so that's why I spell cool with a K. Life wasn't always cool. The book is self-published. I did have a couple of publishers came, but again, I've learned so much about the business. I decided to just put the book out myself, and the book is doing really well. I decided to write the book because my mother had 7 kids, and five of the kids was crack addicts. 6 of them. I'm the only one that didn't do drugs. The only one.
Wow. Al,
And
really?
yes, and so it was a lot of generational stuff there, and a lot of stuff I was going through each and every day, walking around like a zombie, like I was like didn't have no issues and no problems. But I noticed writing the book, I was I had got a divorce from my wife at the time, and I wrote the book sleeping in my car. I was living in my car, sleeping on Walmart parking lot, Walgreens, going in there using the bathroom, brushing my teeth, washing my face. I would do heartbreaker shows and come back and go sleep in the car. People never knew because I never talked about it. So I
Oh,
did that for about 3 years.
so this was after your success of Kool and the Gang.
Oh
And
yeah. Oh, definitely.
oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
Definitely.
Continue on. Okay.
Okay. And going through the divorce, I was trying to find myself. So I'm like, okay, what is it? Why do you do these things that you do? And then so something just came over me. I guess I guess the creator just shined on me and just said, okay, well, just tell your story. But I was too embarrassed to talk about my story, so I started writing it down, and I found me a co-author, someone to help me, pen this stuff the way it needed to be done. And he's based out of Nashville. His name is William Vardaman, and a great guy. And his wife was the editor, and I gave him like pads and notepads, a whole thing of 3 years of just scribbles and scrabbles of my story. And we sat there for months and months, and we got it together, and the book was created. But I do say this: when I finished that book, Tina, a whole weight lifted off me. I didn't have those problems no more. I didn't have those concerns of my family, or me feeling bad because of I felt guilty because of my brothers and sisters was on drugs or anything like that. So all of that stuff left once I wrote that book, and I was able to breathe a little bit. So
Wow. Now, because I know you personally and I know your current wife, is this the same wife that you got divorced from and then you returned back? I mean, I'm just saying.
yeah, I only had one.
You only
Yeah,
have one, so that is
yeah.
whoa.
Divorced.
Wow. Yeah.
We divorced, and it's funny because when we divorced, and I was going through all that stuff, the woman never. She was always there for me, so she never just really just
Let you go.
blame me, and like making me feel like this. She was always there. She always offered me to sleep on the couch, or to sleep at her beauty salon, or just do whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she never. And I don't know how many women that would do that after being treated like that by a man. You see what I mean? So,
Okay.
so once I started being blessed, I said to myself, "There's no way in the world I'm going to share my success with someone else. I'm going to go get my family back," and that's what I did.
Praise
And
God.
so,
Ooh.
and so the woman and I got remarried again, and the second time around is way better because I'm a man now. I understand what I'm doing. I understood then, but I just wanted to
Do
just,
you?
yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't do that not when you have someone that you have chosen to be a part of for the rest of your life, and you're responsible for that person. And then I saw my children go through a lot of stuff with, going through the divorce as well. So I just want to go back and do the right thing, and I did the right thing. So I'm happy with that.
Yes, and speaking of happy, I know there's a little 1 year old that or she too a
Yeah,
little
she's
1 year old. She's two. Okay,
yeah, yeah,
there's a
yeah.
little 2 year old that's making you extremely happy now. And you know what, y'all,
Um,
that thing is jealous too. I'm getting in the camera again.
yeah, she does, huh?
We were saying goodbye to Al one day and was trying to give him a hug. This baby fell out. And we said, "What's the matter?" He said, "She don't like her." So I'm gonna let you explain about this grandbaby because she is something else. I said, "Oh, baby."
Yeah, she does. Her name is Kari, and that's the
Kyrie.
name of my company, Kari Entertainment,
Oh shucks.
and it's a booking agency. And so what I do is I have three bands. So I only book my bands, so I don't do outside booking. And but her name is Kari, and she's a very, I don't like the word spoil, because it's hard trying to train that, and she's not my kid. I'm the grandparent,
Yeah.
but sometimes she acts a little, you know, kind of
Mine, all
aggressive.
mine. Grandpa's
Yeah,
all
all
mine.
mine. Yeah, all mine, mine, mine.
Oh
So,
my. But she is as beautiful as she could be. And I could tell she is definitely one of the joys of your life.
oh, definitely so.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, let's hit on the future for Al Paris and the Heartbreakers. What is the future? What's the future projection for you personally
Uh,
first?
yeah, other guys are always on me about doing more, uh, uh, out of the country stuff more. It's easy to do, but I've been out of the country a lot. Most of them haven't. I'm a little bit leery, not because of COVID or not because of anything else. I've just done a lot of traveling internationally.
Yeah.
I mean, I have plane tickets like in the past, like stacked up like that high,
Sure. Sure.
you know. And for the future, just still trying to build the company and leave something for the guys when I'm not no longer here that they can still work and maintain. And that's the focus of Car Entertainment. Um, that's the future that I have for the guys. And I've already told the band members if anything ever happens to me or I just die tomorrow, this must still y'all still can work.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is this has been set up this way, and so I don't know any other uh, company or people that does that for musicians because musicians in Memphis are struggling. They're being had by other agencies.
Yeah.
There's really one in Memphis uh, that I'm in a lawsuit with, and it's Ram Entertainment. I'm a big boy. I'm not scared to call any names. I'm not scared to do anything. For them to use musicians the way they do and give them this little money, and these guys take this money because they don't have anything else, because they don't have anything else. But like I was telling them, I get so many calls from everyone. You got to stand for something because I was signed to them over there, but I left them. That's why I sued them because they was taking money.
Yeah.
And but you have to stand for something. If you don't, then you'll fall for anything. And then I've had people ask me, okay, but if I don't take the money, then I can't pay my bills. I was in that situation too. If I had a stayed, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now. I just bit the bullet and just took it. I mean, I took the hit.
Yeah.
Again, I say I'm from the streets. I know how to just, take it.
Survive.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And so
Eh,
until the Memphis musicians understand their worth and they have the power, they can shut down me. They can shut down any company in this city if they stick together and if they don't take the little stuff that they feel like they're not worth.
Well,
That's how I
that's
feel.
that's major. That is major. How can one purchase your book?
You can go to lifewasn'talwayscool.com.
Okay.
Lifewasn'talwayscool.com. You can purchase the book and you can go to Kari Entertainment and you can see my agency and see what we do. Um, and that's basically
That's
it.
the it. And speaking of Kari Entertainment, are you all open to? Are you all looking for new artists to sign onto your label? Not label, but under your agency to begin booking. I know you only book yourself right now, or the
Yeah.
Heartbreakers right
It's
now. But
Yeah, I've had other bands call, and I've
okay,
tried to support them the best I can. But when you're dealing with that many bands and trying to book and all that stuff, that's a lot.
yeah,
So the three for me, and the guys are constantly on me about, Al, we need another band because we got so much work and we got this and that. But they don't have to deal with the
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah. You're the
business side.
head, the
Yeah, right.
business side, right, right.
I got to deal with that. I'm the
Yeah,
one has to find the musicians on a Saturday if someone has a wedding reception or someone has a private party. I'm the one has to find the musicians, and the musicians in Memphis are limited because they may be doing other things. So you have to be
hmm,
careful with that. You don't want to overextend yourself.
right, right. Al, I totally appreciate you for being on the blend today. Thank you for granting me this opportunity to speak one on one with you and to have this experience, if you will, because that for me that's what it has been, an experience.
Mhm. Yeah.
Do you have it? Oh,
And
go ahead.
yeah. Last thing, you said something about your husband about supporting his music. I've always thought Sam Pope the was the type of artist that could be in the Christian realm of some of this big Christian music. His music is totally different when you listen to it. And I don't just say this lightly. The man has something, and it just
Thank
takes
you.
being in the right place and at the right time to to make this stuff happen. But he hasn't given up on it. And I've seen him go through changes, and he has to go through that stuff to be able to be the person that he is as an artist. His
Yep.
stories. that he
Yep.
write would be better, coming from all the negativity and all the stuff that he's been through and the stuff that he's seen, whether with black churches or white churches. And
Yeah.
he runs through it all. I know he does.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He hasn't said this to me, but I've been around, so I know what that is. And I know how the game is played, and I know what they do with that. It's a shame that it has to be that way, but that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I know that you're going to be at his concert
Oh, yes,
August 29th.
that's
That
right.
Sunday. So I'm doing a shameless plug right there for the I Believe tour that's coming up at the Bartlett Performing Arts Center Theater, Bartlett Performing Arts Theater, Sunday, August 29th. Doors open at 5. The concert starts at 6, and it does benefit Youth Villages Foster Care Agency, some of the proceeds. So be there. We got you. Well, you will definitely, like Al just said, have a gospel experience, or just an experience with God and our Creator, our Father. So thank you. Just thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Any shout outs? I'm just trying to keep my lashes on. I ain't gonna cry on you today. Any shout outs?
No, no, just just for the music, for all of my music friends and just the music community. Keep doing your thing. Keep believing in yourself and let no one tell you anything different. Go out and get yours. Don't let nobody uh, tell you what you can or you can't do. You can do anything you want to. You know.
Absolutely. Praise God. All right. Well, thank you once again, you guys. Al Paris with Al Paris and the Heartbreakers. Thank you for being on the blend. I'm so grateful, so grateful, and so grateful to having met you. How did we meet anyway? How did that's a whole
Through
nother
your
conversation. What,
no, through your husband. I think
I
we
know,
met
but
through your
how?
husband.
Like how did you and Sam meet? Sam does rarely wavers from anything gospel. So
Well, well,
I don't
you
know.
know, Well, no, I think we met through the guy Austin. Remember?
Oh no, I
I
don't.
think we met through the guy Austin.
Austin. Okay.
Well, Sam will tell you about Austin.
Yeah, yeah. He may remind me about them. But again, Al, okay, thank you so much. I'm not gonna hold you much longer at all. But I do want you to hold the line because I do have something else to ask you. But thank you for
Okay.
watching the blend and support this group, you guys. And until next time, bye bye. Be blessed.
Bless y'all. Thanks.